Hello. Oh.
Okay. I gotta do the thing. Is it going twice? I don't know what's going on.
Share. That's what I'm looking for. Copy.
Let's see. What? Supposedly, I started streaming 23 minutes ago.
Oh, that makes sense. We've been streaming all of this.
Have we though?
No, on the live thing, it's 50 something seconds.
Good.
On your YouTube page.
Good.
So first topic, boosted boards.
Oh God.
What's the problem?
Oh my God. I was in a serious mood. Is what it was.
Well, for context, I've never seen one in person. I've only seen a YouTuber I watch. He has like a couple of them. He's actually from New York, and they just look cool to like ride. I don't know much about them other than that. And he's done like reviews of them that I've seen, but I don't know. He uses them like in New York City, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do 25 miles an hour on those asphalt streets, like in the midst of cars and stuff.
Right.
I don't know if I have the cojones for that.
The fortitude. It's not that bad.
They look fun. I mean, I don't know much about it other than that.
Right. It's just like, because I've been riding skateboards for so long, and because I've been doing this shit in the city, I got to edit my settings. Quiet me. All right. It's too loud in my own ears. It's fucking me up. Oh, Stephanie says greetings. Hey, Steph.
Hello, Stephanie. Is it date night?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday's date night.
Mm-hmm.
That is a cool night for a date night. I never would have thought of that. Typically like date night Friday night, right? Saturday night.
Sure.
I mean, that's what I would have thought of when I was younger and I went on more dates. Wednesday's a good night because it's like breaks up your whole week.
True.
Sorry. Boosted boards, you were saying.
Oh, no. I'm just griping. I'm more than saying. I'm just griping. Don't listen to me whine. No, I'm kidding. So, like, the whole idea about riding, like, say, a longboard or something like that, is the feel of riding the board on the road.
Mm-hmm.
When you ride something that is propelled by motorized means, so like, it's just like riding a bicycle versus riding a motorcycle.
Yes.
You can get a lot of fun out of riding a motorcycle. There's nothing wrong with that, but they're dramatically different things, right?
Yeah. You can't compare them.
Yeah.
They just happen to both have two wheels. Like they both just happen to,
Yes.
It's like saying like my kid's, little Tyke's car is the same as my car.
Right. Absolutely not. And I feel like see people riding these things, they just look like, I don't know. They look like so like stiff and scared, and I think that's because the machine is almost completely out of control. They can control the acceleration and stuff, but to be honest with you, they're most of the time it looks like at a whim they would be just doomed.
it goes faster than I thought it would have. Like I was watching a review. I've seen them like years ago. They came out with like motorized skateboards, and they went like 5 miles an hour. You know what I mean? Like they were, I don't know, they just weren't very serious. And then the one I saw, like I guess the boosted board. The reason I use that name is because from what I understand, it's like the best. And it goes like 25 plus, like 30 almost. And because it's an electric motor, you know, that's like instant torque. Like it gets there fast. It's not like a big buildup. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's sitting there for, you know, like a car, like a 3 horsepower car or something like that. What the hell is this? So yeah, it's faster than I thought it would be. Like that seemed a little scary because it's also the video I watched. It didn't look like it had as much control because of like weight and stuff as, let's say, a regular longboard.
Yeah, they don't have the same kind of steering dynamics, right? So like the trucks on those don't operate like the trucks on regular skateboard does. So you can't turn like normal. They're actually meant to operate at high speed. So
and they're not light enough for you to like lift the front up with your foot on the back.
No, and they're usually like the wheelbase is set so far apart that you can't do any, you know, you can't have any action on that because the motors are usually also right next to like the trucks or the wheel housings.
Yeah, so the back wheel. Yeah, they make a couple of different ones though. They make like a mini one, like a small. That seems much scarier, you know, because like theoretically, like the further apart your wheelbase, the more stability you'll have. Like, you know, the shorter your wheelbase, like maybe the tighter the turns, but the more instability.
Okay.
Like for cars and stuff like that, it's that way. Like the longer the wheelbase, you know, it should stay planted. It shouldn't wobble as much, or it shouldn't be as edgy. But I don't know. Like I said, I think they're like $1,500. I certainly wouldn't buy one, but I just want to like grab some ones and just go for a ride just to see what it feels like.
Just for grins, just hoping nobody's watching.
Yeah, and like, I mean, the idea of doing, I mean, the only way I ever got to do 25 miles an hour on a skateboard is the old school way where you held onto someone's car.
Oh, skitching is terrible, bro.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how fast I can get up to on my longboard, like for sustained 25 miles an hour. You know what I mean? Like maybe you can.
Like, yeah, I mean, I've definitely gone 25 miles an hour downhill.
Yeah, maybe you can get there,
but not much over, if that.
No, and like the 2 longboards that I've had, the trucks were quite loose, more for like that carving maneuver. I don't know if they would have stayed very stable at 25 miles an hour for very long. I don't feel like they would have. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. But you've seen the 1-wheel board I was talking about?
Yes.
Those things are wild looking. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand how you don't die. But it looks.
I think Adam Savage rides one of those.
I want to try it.
I believe they're called a 1-wheel.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, and you can the wheels. Some of them are big enough to where you can actually take it, like not off roading, like.
No, a little bit, you know.
The mud, but like you can go on, yeah, exactly. Or you can go through like a trail. That's what I've seen people do, like trail riding with them, and that looks like a lot of fun. I don't think they go nearly as fast. I hope not. That would 25 miles.
I don't know. I had a friend, or not had. I have a friend. She's a little like motorcycle, motor scooter head, and she said that they take a little bit getting used to.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
She's so light that she said that it would want to buck her off when she would get on and try and get a go with it because it's like constantly trying to maintain balance on itself. And
it's
then
like segue, right? Like where if you tilt your feet a little forward, it goes forward. You tilt your feet a little back, it goes back. Like the concept is the same, right?
Something like that, yeah. That's my understanding.
I watch a guy on YouTube. His name is Peter McKinnon. If you get a chance, his channel is really cool. He does a lot of like photography and stuff, especially he does a lot of videography and like vlogs and stuff like that. And he teaches a lot of aspects of that, like how to use Photoshop and stuff like that. But anyway, he has one, and he's from up in Canada, like Toronto area, and you can see him use it every once in a while. It looks like fun. I would try. Then the guy I was referring to for the boosted board is Casey Neistat, he's from New York. He got these wild Segway things the other day. They're like the size of the bottom of your shoe, and each has an individual wheel, and you just stand on them. They're not connected, so you have a wheel under each foot, and they work like Segways.
And they're powered?
And they're powered, yeah. So you just, and it doesn't strap to your foot at all. You just stand on it.
My God.
I was like, it's witchcraft. That can't work that way. I don't understand.
I don't think it's witchcraft. I just don't think it sounds...
Like the laws of physics are breaking here.
I mean, I've done a lot of reckless stuff in my day, and I'm sure that I will continue to do reckless stuff as I get older and miss my youth. But, man, kids these days.
You know, I still don't have a hoverboard, so.
I saw a guy with one of those hoverboards pushing one of those grocery carts or laundry carts.
Yes, I've seen that.
Dude, that was nuts. I was like, wow, this guy really knows how to not do any work at all. That's why you look like that, homie.
Hold on, make sure I get their permission for Uniboard. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. Like I said, like around here, I've not seen any of these things because, like, where I'm from in South Florida, you can't really walk. You have to use a car to get from place to place. Like, I don't live in a rural area at all. It's like, you know, it's all houses. Like, I can throw a baseball and I don't even have to. I could reach out my window and probably touch my neighbor. So, like, I'm close, but things are further away from you. There's a neighborhood. My work is like 8 miles away, so I have to drive. Like, you couldn't. There's no public transportation either. So,
right, roadways
people don't have
super.
Yeah, people don't have things like this because if you had like a boosted board, it would just be for recreation. You'd only be able to just like go around your neighborhood. So you spent $1,500 just to like
stick around your neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people do it, but
sure.
You know, like we're in the city, I guess you could kind of maybe like sell it off more as like your transportation.
Yeah, and I see him in the neighborhood that I work in. I work in Williamsburg. I've worked in Williamsburg for almost 13 years or whatever now, and you see a lot of things go through that neighborhood. A lot of changes have happened since I started working there.
Gators will get you unless you have a car. Sorry, Jeff. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, yeah. Gators or Panthers. Got Panthers down there,
right? I've never seen a panther in my life. I don't think, unless it was at the zoo. I know they're like it's the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
But I don't know where those things are. They're nowhere near where I am.
Yeah, I think they have them in the Everglades.
Yeah, I don't even. That doesn't. That's like a folk tale. Like we don't actually have the Everglades.
Fair enough. As I was ranting a little bit, like mildly rambling, I guess it wasn't really a rant. I just see a lot of that stuff in the neighborhood. It's just like transplants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
Connecticut or whatever.
Yeah, they come to New York and
they want
gotta be cool.
Travel from their apartment that their parents rent for them to the train they ride to get to the city in style. So they take their ridiculous, like, electric skateboard. The thing weighs like, 65 pounds. It's basically dangerous in all regards to anything in the road.
I was curious about that when I saw them because I saw the guy walking around with it, but I was like, is that like, realistic, or is the thing weigh like 30 pounds? Like, I'm not gonna be able to leave it anywhere,
Yeah,
like I said, I want like my rich friend to let me borrow it.
Yeah, exactly. Something to play on, like a 4-wheeler or like a mini bike or
a boat,
jet ski. Yeah, a boat. Yeah, whatever.
You buy a boat, I'll just come on it.
Yeah, I'll buy the beer. You buy the boat.
Yeah. Up here, they're not panthers. We call those ladies cougars.
Ow.
Very good.
He'll be here as long as we're streaming, folks.
Where is this? What am I building? This is a shoulder.
Who am I? What am I? I have been building the shit out of this thing.
I don't like it when they do this. When you have like a joint and it's like a polycap sandwich between two pieces, but the polycap sticks through, like they put a hole in the center of it. I don't know if that makes any damn sense at all. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it. Like this is the polycap right here. It's like a shoulder or a hip joint, and it goes straight through. And anyway, I can see the nub through the center of the joint, and it pisses me off. Like, just cover it, and I wouldn't have to worry about this nub. But no. And it's a polycap, so it's not going to file very well.
No, it doesn't want to.
I have to cut it.
Go, Astray Ranger.
And there we go. Yeah. Nope, no public transport. We don't have that here. Everyone has a car.
Yeah, you're given one at birth.
Pretty much. That's how you don't. No car. You don't get anywhere. So
Mostly.
we don't do things on skateboards except for fun. I'm working on the double Zeta. Oh, very nice. I want to build it.
Andy?
Yeah, I want to build it just because I've heard the engineering on it is really cool.
Yeah, I was really tempted to pick a Verka up at Comic-Con last year. I was so very, very close. I bought a bunch of other things.
Yeah, just like I like engineering on kits. It's just like seeing how different, they have like a different concept of how to do something, because like even the kit can look a lot different from one to the other, but like the engineering is pretty much the same. Like it's the same style ball joint or same style hinge system. It's just a different look.
Gotcha. Or scaling.
Yeah, but I mean, the concepts, like this hip, or what am I doing, a shoulder now. I mean, the part looks completely different. It's got different detail. It's a little different color, a little different shape. But I've seen this joint before. Mm-hmm. But the double Zeta looks very different.
Well, it's probably a product of transformation.
I like it. But yeah, most HGs look pretty much the same, like same construction. Yeah. The Leo, I just did the Leo recently, and all the joints are like completely different than anything I've seen before. It's like Bandai realized, like, hey, if you're an actual modeler, you might want to get rid of the seams, so we'll make it easier where you don't have to like cut everything up. You can just glue the seams and still snap it together, which is very nice. Thank you, Bandai.
I'm snapping up the red beret from Build Divers.
I like that kit.
My lunch kit. It's pretty cool.
I like the that tilt rotor pack.
Yeah, I haven't picked that up yet.
It looks good on like that kit.
I agree. It has kind of like a funky, like almost, I want to say like 50s era Americana military feel to it.
Yeah, like Cold War-ish.
Yeah.
What is this? This is a nub. It's a nub. I bought a bunch of wing kits I bought like all the master grades, the non-P Bandai ones. A couple of them came in today.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I got like the heavy arm Shenlong.
Kidnap him. Oh, so you got the wait, Shenlong,
Heavy arms, the wing, and the Death Scythe came in today, and then the Sandrock and the other wing come in tomorrow.
Are those the Endless Waltz versions, or?
Well, they're all Endless Waltz versions, but they're the Kotoki. They're not from the anime.
Oh, okay. I have Endless Waltz Heavy Arms.
Yes, yeah. So, but the blue one, the Heavy Arms Custom, is also Endless Waltz.
Right. But it's P Bandai.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought the non-P Bandai stuff.
Cool. Yeah, I have the non. Yeah.
Duffs.
Looking forward to that Supernova. Hey.
Yeah. I'm a little confused how they're gonna do 4 Gatling guns. Like how that's gonna physically work, but
Well, didn't the P Bandai do 4?
They're like, no, it's got 2. They're just double Gatlins. But from the picture I saw, this one's actually got like 4
doubles.
4 doubles. It's like 32 barrels or something ridiculous.
Whoa. That's a lot of arrows.
Yeah, guns on guns.
Guns on guns. Guns on guns. Duran on that one.
Yeah, that's where I thought you were going.
Yeah, Girls on Film, yeah.
Oh.
So many finicky little parts trying to make something out of nothing, man. It's
How's it coming?
pretty good. But I'm biased. I'm making it. Sorry.
I mean, you could be like, oh, it's not going well at all.
No, I mean, it's all right. It's just like, it's that battle.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to make something that isn't something look like something that I want it to.
That is something.
Yes. I don't want it to look good for lots of reasons. But I've got this like core fighter-esque looking. Oh, there's a major list on my mouth right now. I think I need a drink. Just like core fighter-esque backpack component. Like how I just ended up for whatever reason just. The delay on my video feed is so slow that I can't even see my buffoonery. Oh, cool. It's somewhat in focus.
I think mine, like the quality is dumbed down because of this screen and everything.
You mean your feed?
Yeah, like I shrunk myself a little bit.
Oh right. Maybe
I think it's like 720 because I think that's all that this
the program will push.
Yeah. It says it can upscale, but I don't
well, mine is 720 at 60.
Okay.
I can do 1080 at 30, which just looks like poo-poo.
For like shooting video, like talking head, anything like that, they actually say 30 frames is better. It's more natural. Like for
flow is better, right?
Huh?
It's smoother.
Yeah. Well, like it's just how our eyes see people. Like I don't really get it, but that's what they tell me.
Yeah, I'm no doctor of photography, so.
But when you're shooting like action, you more frames the better.
Right. Because you want to capture all the minutia.
Yeah, you don't want any like mixes, skips in the frame.
No glitches in the matrix.
I didn't know that. I was shooting everything in 60 up until recently.
Yeah.
I thought like you did. More the better. I'm still not sure I believe the other way.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a rudimentary class in video production or what have you to try and produce a better quality video.
Yeah, that guy I was talking about, Peter McKinnon. Look him up on YouTube. He does a lot of just a lot of little tricks and tips and stuff like that. How to use your camera for both video and picture.
Okay.
And he does. I guess back in the day, he was a product photographer.
All right.
So, which kind of relates to what we do. You know, taking pictures of kits is basically product photography. So he does some of that.
Yeah, you're just getting stills. Shooting action film.
Yeah, and he's also just a pretty cool guy. Like his style or his personality is cool.
Okay.
He's very hyper though, like extremely.
Okay. It happens.
Yeah. Okay. Enough coffee. Everyone's hyper, right?
Well, I don't know. I drink a lot of coffee and sometimes I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. We're so used to 24 frames per second movies that higher frame rates look odd. Yeah. I remember when TVs first came out with like 120 hertz refresh rates, and the motion like just looked so odd. It was awesome looking, don't get me wrong, but now I think they're up to like 240 or something like that.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I remember when I got my first large screen high def TV, and then watching what was it, like Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
And you can like see the back of the sound stage, and it's just like, wait, what?
You know who else talked about this? Model making guru Fox. He said the same. He said, you know, make sure you shoot all your videos in like 24 or 30 frames a second. Don't shoot them in anything else. I forgot about that.
Fox, man.
Yeah. He would know, right?
Yeah, I would think he would know.
In Fox we trust.
In Fox we trust. So, so here's the build, so I can get it on screen. Away from my big globby head. Going the wrong direction. There we go.
Very nice. First round of primer on a lot of it, huh?
Yeah, prime, sand,
Mm-hmm.
fill, prime, sand, fill, prime, sand, fill. Make sure everything's clean and copacetic. Just like truing in parts on the front, I want to do more scribing detail, and then add some of these like little metal components that I've got for extra detail-y greeblies. And then just, yeah, working on the backpack. Tie the shoulders in, and then I have to take these shoulders and mod them into completely different shapes. Completely different structures. But it's going to be a pretty rockin' fun zone when it's done. It's quite the formidable kit.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a pretty good size too. Let's see if I can grab a master grade. I'll be right back.
Fox was complaining that a lot of his audience can't watch 60 frames. Whenever 6 is way better to watch twiddle with small fiddly bits, in my opinion. Could be right. Could be right. I never even thought about it. Like I said, I always just shot in whatever the highest I could get was. You know, like if that was 60 at 1080, I did that. If it was 60 at 70, 720, I did that. I never really thought about it much until I heard some people mention that, but I know nothing about photography and camera. I'm really just dabbling now. It's fun though. Something else. Yes, no, something new to learn. I like that. I've been enjoying taking, I feel like I take a little better photos now of like my kit. Like I don't do a lot of like finished photo kits, but like work in progress shots and stuff like that.
All right, so here's not a very good example of the size of the Meyer's eye versus the size of the Gaussian.
Pretty close, like height wise. The Gaussian has a lot of that on the back. That.
Hang on, let me steal the camera. Let me steal this other one then. All right. There we go. I just have to go to my program and swap it over to the book. So you can see it's actually a full Gaussian head taller than the Marsai.
Okay.
So the central plane of the chest on the Marsai is like about the middle of the pistons on the Gaussian.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty tall for.
That's a good measurement unit. One Gaussian head.
Well, for it, how it works.
You look about one Gaussian head taller than that guy. What do you have you seen any of the Australian entries and winners and stuff?
Did I see Australia? Is that where Nozaka Boy was? And that's what we were talking about on Gumbo Talk this last Sunday?
Yes.
So yeah, I saw some of that stuff. It was really cool. I didn't see the first place winner though.
It was like 3 Hama Hama kits all melded together. It had like a really weird.
Oh wait, that's right. It was blue and like all scungy and looked like Lucas and Priya Calamity painted it.
Yeah, it was very odd proportions, like especially yeah, like the hips were really spread out wide. It was cool looking. I liked it. It was different for sure. But I was wondering what you thought. Like it seems like especially there, I don't know if that's going to be everywhere. They all went like for like huge kits, like big as they could fit, like physically, yeah, big. Like everything was.
Yeah, like Nozaka Boy's. I can't remember his actual name. His diorama was just gigantic.
Yeah, it had to be like within a millimeter of what you could actually enter.
Yeah, like there's that one guy or lady. I'm not exactly sure what the gender of the builder, but they just exceeded the outside parameters above the ground base, so they were floating in air. They weren't going to come in contact with anything, but because they broke the plane.
Yep.
Of this like laser plane of this box your build has to stay within. They were like, oop, disqualified.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bastards.
I won't be doing that. I'll be lucky if I get this thing just basic done. I think that's a good goal.
I think you got that.
Just like building all the modifications, do all the molding, do all the casting, rebuild an entire one over again, and finishing it off to super clean. Because having to do that, and then the idea that I have with the diorama and everything, I think it's a little too ambitious. I don't want to.
Time frame wise?
Yeah, I want to make sure that I can make the best possible
product.
So
Yeah, that the Nozaku Boy thing. I was like, how the hell did he? I can't even imagine building that in a year. Like even
Well,
if
they're
I just
all
started
upgrades
today, like
for one, so that
I
helps a
think
little bit.
I don't. I think that would take me longer.
We're small though.
But that was like quite an ambitious build.
And beautiful.
And then to have a like one story, I didn't even notice that
Yeah, that was
like
so
from the
sweet.
picture until they were
So,
talking about it on
so
Company
Josh
Talk.
was glowing about
Yeah,
it.
I was like, oh shit! I just assumed it was like just scenery, just here's a base.
Oh right, yeah. Look, I made this cool trees and
Yeah, I mean
outward.
that would have been cool enough, just for it to not even have a story, just be like, here's a base.
Yeah, that's like Josh was saying how it's each one of those individual kits could have just been a standalone entry
Yeah.
without any diorama or any of the hoopla.
Blah.
Okay, oh yeah, I was using work on the backpack. I'll dissect the shoulder. Luckily, these are all mirrored components, so I only have to do one shoulder.
Oh, okay. That just goes, not the whole thing. Some of these older kits do not have the best directions, like things being in English.
Yes.
He used an unlicensed Chinese metal thruster set that had this Azavi name and photo on the box. Didn't really look like anything from Gundam. Are you talking about the winner, Andy? I agree. It was. I don't mean this as an insult. It looked like a transformer, like a Bayformer kind of.
Oh, yeah, for the that one.
Yeah, I don't mean that as like in a bad way. I just that it reminded me of something else.
Whoa, there's another way to mean that?
Yeah.
I talk a lot of shit
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Bayformer.
There's my,
Die.
my old man cynicism. Get off my porch with those fucking... Anything that can just be pixelated for a transformation is a waste of my time.
Lens flare.
Oh no, we're out of bullets. Don't you just make bullets naturally in your robotic form? I mean, what the... Why are you using a bullet? Why are you not using an energy weapon? You futuristic, ancient, whatever that means, machine.
Where's the freaking lasers?
Lasers. Should probably look at the instructions before I just tear this shoulder apart.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Just needs a little bit of coercion.
This was a bad spot for a nub.
You dirty kids.
You guys saw the Battle Angel trailer?
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
What?
What is Battle
Oh,
Angel?
that's right. You don't know about any of that stuff. Oh, you're forgetting. Shouldn't forget that stuff. Battle Angel, or what do they call it? Alita Battle Angel, because James Cameron can only name his movies A with an A, or what's the other one? 2 letters. He can only name his movies with. So they had to change Battle Angel Alita into Alita Battle Angel.
Mm. I'm not familiar.
It's okay. It's an anime from the early 80s, mid 80s.
Okay.
It's...
And they're making it a movie?
Yeah, they have been for quite a while. Well, they've been teasing it since like 1994. But
Has any anime movie ever worked out? Like movie that's been adapted from an anime? I'm trying to. I know graphic novels have definitely worked out a couple of times, but
Yeah, well, graphics into animation usually work out pretty good, like manga into um, anime. But like animated film into live action.
yeah.
There was this one movie, Blood, the Last Vampire, that was made into a live action film. Super indie, super like small screening. I think I own both versions of it, the animation and the live action, and they're both pretty good as far as that goes.
I just know, like the bigger ones that I can think of that don't really work out, like Ghost in the Shell didn't really work out.
Yeah.
There was another one I had just in my mind and I lost it, but I know that typically doesn't go well. I'm open to it. I'm curious, like what, like if Hollywood would be like, oh, we're not doing that again.
Oh man, if they'll rerun Fantastic Four
Yeah,
over and
17
over
times.
and over again, I don't think that. Yeah, as long as they can find a way to put a dollar sign on it.
Yeah, let's do Fantastic Four 5 different times, and none of them really work out. So
Yeah.
same thing with how many times have they done Spider-Man at this point?
The first Fantastic Four I remember was 1990. God, back in like 1997 or something like that.
The live action one?
Yeah, it was really weird and old.
Yeah, campy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they've definitely done Spider-Man. I don't know how many times now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first Spider-Man was Electric Company, which was actually an old UK film or UK series that they took and then made Americanized. Like they took the Spider-Man stuff. I think it was filmed in the UK, where it was like super cheesy. All the webs were like rope netting, and but it was live action Spider-Man. I loved that when I was a little kid back in like 1984. 5-year-old Brian.
Even just in the last 15 years, they've done it 3 times over.
Yeah. Oh, you know, Toby.
Poor Toby.
I mean,
I like those. I mean, well, I like the first two, and the third one was just like,
was
where the hell were you going with this?
even the second one, it was like, well, right.
I just watched the newest one, 2 days ago.
Homecoming?
Yeah, it was okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Because after Avengers and Infinity War and all that stuff, I assumed it was going to be a very big scale, like the story was going to be big, and it wasn't. It was very like small hometown. Homecoming really did fit it well as far as the name.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool, and I like the actor quite a bit. I thought he did a good job.
Kid's pretty decent.
Yeah, he was good, and he's a much younger Spider-Man than Toby or even that other guy.
Toby was supposed to be young.
Well, I mean, but even story-wise, like he gets his things like kind of right at the end of the movies. Basically, take place after high school. Like I know the first one he's in high school, but he gets his powers and then he graduates pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I think the kid is like the second series, the first movie he's in high school, and I think the second film he's graduated. I could have that wrong.
Oh, I didn't see the second Amazing Spider-Man.
I think he graduated in that one, but this one, the kid is like a sophomore, like he's quite young.
Okay.
So I think he's like 15. That was kind of cool. Because in the comics, from what I understand, he's pretty young to start off with.
Yeah. When he got the Spidey powers.
Spidey senses. But
Alright, so how do I take this and make it look like this? But still keep its functionality.
Hmm.
I need to make this one piece.
Paint it silver.
Yes, I think the Battle Angel trailer does look really cool. I'm sure that it'll be high quality.
I'll have to watch it now.
You can watch the original media. I believe it's still available on YouTube for free in its entirety.
The anime?
Yep. With like Canadian dub or whatever.
I finally finished Cowboy Bebop the other day. Quite like that. I liked it a lot, and I bought the movie too. I know it's
the same thing.
Yeah, it's just like a long episode basically.
Right.
But I bought it.
Fine.
Yep. I got
it's
that.
Like Firefly and what is it? Firefly, and they made a movie of that. I can't remember what the fuck it's called though. Serenity.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that, but that's awesome.
I got that and Wing the other day, the whole Wing series. Because I love it.
While we're having an intervention.
No, I'm not doing it.
You've been winging out a little too much, buddy.
I'm not coming. I'm going home. You can't make me stay here.
I wonder if I can just incorporate these pegs, extend this piece to match the other thrusters, and then remod with these two side pieces as one piece as a skull.
I lost your mic, I think. I cannot hear you. Oh, did I lose you all together? Is it me? Is it me? D. I haven't done a D runner yet. I did do a D runner. Don't listen to me. D18. Oh, back. Can you guys hear me, or did I lose all?
My internet died.
Oh, yeah, you're back.
Yeah, my connection lost, so I dropped the call. Let's see if we're still on. No, we're still on, so hey, cool. Sorry, we got dropped for a second there. Sunspots or chupacabra or something.
What am I doing?
So did it cut out when I was describing what I was going to do to take this shoulder apart?
Literally as you started describing it. Like,
my secrets are safe with me now.
First word out of your mouth. We hit the dump button.
You know, just pooped everywhere. Now I think what I can do is, because the way this thing is designed, it's got this inner herd, we'll call it an inner structure that holds the bits.
Mm-hmm.
This receives the universal Iron-Blooded Orphan's shoulder, like pauldron armor receiver.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's familiar with that. I think all of the 2 or 3 people that are here. 5. And so anyway, so to the way that it normally is constructed, I'll just blast through this real quick. Right now. This goes here, this goes here. So these guys both go from the outside in, like onto it. Then this white component, which is integral, slips over and keeps those captive on there. And then this is the rudimentary rebake booster that pops just on the outside into those pegs. So what I think I can do, because I have to make the outside component much longer, obviously redesign, rescribe, clean slate, and then start over, I can maybe make this all as one piece, like 2 of those, and out of these 2 components glued together, I can cut here and here, glue those pegs in, and then just resculpt this booster, little son of a gun, to look like this component out here, and plug on to the outside of this. Yeah. Link. So it'll actually be a bigger build. It'll actually probably go, because of the way this is shaped. It's probably just here. So it'll be all of this portion, and then I'll be extending the whole part by approximately that much on the end, I think. Something like that. I mean, obviously they're different shapes, so once I glue this together and get it to where I can pick those apart, I'll have to just like redesign it completely. So some similar-ish shapes. It's different. I have to relook at the book too. All right, I need a drink. I'll be right back.
All right. My experiment worked. I put some Scotch tape over the tourney head where I wanted to use epoxy putty for the face piece. There you go. I have a panel line like right where I want to sand. I hate it when that happens. A little tiny panel line too. Sorry guys, I know this doesn't show very well on camera, but I need like a hook chisel for this. It's literally that small. Tiny. Some of the nubs on this kit, they're not bad. Like they're not like giant or anything like that. They're just in some odd places. Places I don't really understand what they were thinking when they put them there. But if there was no challenge, it wouldn't be fun, right?
All you do is dress yourself in your going to body types, what's flattering, what's not. It's like you're a guy over a short. Exactly, yeah. Well, it does.
I guess that's why I percent.
Huh?
That's why
So you brag. You was better.
What's up? Sorry, Bubs. Oh, it's magic.
Oh boy, Tim went live by. What the hell is he doing live before 2 o'clock in the morning.
Tim always goes live. That guy's live all the time. He's a fucking YouTube whore. Nice guy.
Yeah. He like I noticed he'll go live like it like start at midnight. I'm like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it, man? I thought like maybe he worked nights, and Jeff was telling me no.
He's kidding. You can go, Jeff, if you want. I'm sure he's much more informative than we are.
Yeah. He's without a doubt much more.
Well, I don't know.
Unless you want to know about boosted boards.
Oh God, don't get me started. What do you know about my opinions on boosted boards? Because anyway, no, I think that everybody has something to offer. You can't just be like, I know everything. You must watch my streams. I think you should watch all streams. Yeah.
He's been very cool in all my interactions with him too.
Oh yeah, no, he's super cool. I give people shit all the time. It's just my way.
Quite helpful. Man, what the fuck were they thinking with this? They put like when you were away.
Oh, your first Astray, right?
Yeah, they put the nubs like they're not like big bad nubs or anything like that, but they put them in just like the oddest fucking places.
Mm-hmm.
And the inner frame is like quite detailed, you know. It's got a lot of little parts, which is weird because, I mean, I can't imagine, like painting it obviously any other color than what it is. Like you're not going to paint it like, you know, silver with a bunch of little gold accents and, you know, like 15 different shades of metallics and stuff. But
did you see what I did to my Astray red print?
No.
I fully painted a couple of parts, like the pauldrons. I did like the whole inside detailed, and but I didn't have the cojones to use the airbrush. So I just like used Gundam markers and paint pens basically, and just like did this like meticulous little detail. It looked good for what it's worth, but look, what the fuck! I paint aligned all of it in Gundam marker, the whole kit, every layer.
It's just an odd like to put that much detail on something that's monochrome. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like when you look at, you know, like let's say it's a gray frame, like just a plain any Gundam frame, RX-78-2, fine. You know, you can see where you could go in there, paint it like gray, do some gunmetal accents, do some gold accents, do some silver accents, whatever. And it's all going to look good. But like, essentially, if you don't paint this frame blue, it's no longer a blue frame.
Yeah.
So like you have all this detail that most people, like 99% of your modelers, are probably going to paint blue, or even if they change the color, they're not going to paint it like that. They're going to paint like they're going to make their blue frame a green frame or something like that, you know?
Right.
Strange concept. But hey, they sell the shit out of them, so what do I know?
They certainly do.
I really hope that's where that was going. Going there now.
It is now. I see that retainer. Let's file that down.
Okay, that's the
More over what I'm working on, and less like just hovering.
picky.
Sweet. Oh, that's just like crotch shut. Section. I need to make a better mount for. That's not terrible.
Jeff, I haven't actually gotten a chance to catch one of his live streams. I've been meaning to, but like I was joking about, they're always so late that I never get a chance to. I always see them like the next morning when I'm perusing my YouTube, like, oh, or I'll see like his IG posts, and it'll be like, Tim went live 6 hours ago, and it's like 5 o'clock, or it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the hell did you do that?
Well, I apologize for the video feed that I'm watching right now. There's a delay, obviously, and it's when I was adjusting my camera. But yeah, no, I don't. Tim is a late night kind of guy. He wants to get his content in. If that's the time frame that he's got, then like right on.
Yeah, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm jealous. I wish I could stay up that late.
Oh, I mean, I can and do regularly. I mean, you pay for it eventually.
But yeah, I just I just can't. I can do it like every once in a while, but to do it, regularly,
Well, he's been rocking on that Jesta. I don't know if he's doing that at GBWC or what. Let me know. Last year he was working on his Ozymandias, and that thing was out of control.
Yeah.
I don't know how many work in progress photos he took, but I went through and stared at every last photo.
I think he said, I could be wrong though, maybe he's changed his mind. He said he's not going to do GBWC anymore. Like he's out for a little while.
I can dig it.
He was I guess that he made a video about it, and he said like just the direction that it's going in, he's not really like they're more in favor of like artistic like more creativity, less like detail and technical.
Oh.
And that's kind of his, forte.
Well, I heard some of the guys at the local shop, some of the employees at the local shop in Manhattan, talking about some of the entries this year and people taking prizes and it not looking up to what they were their standards. I don't know what their standards are exactly, and I don't know the exact ones that they were talking about. But
I know, like after last year, a lot of people, the kind of sentiment was like, if you just made it shiny and like.
Oh yeah, because everything that won was like a Candy Coat or Technicolor Chrome Ball.
Yeah, and it was a lot of like the Bayformer kind of look.
Yeah, well, the guy that took the Big Show made a ridiculous build, and he did it as a joke, apparently. Or I heard that anyways. I don't know if that's real or not. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. And I had heard through the podcast worlds that I listened to that he didn't even want to win, didn't expect to win. He was kind of entering it as a joke, and when he did win, that's why he had that weird look on his face. Like he didn't look like he was happy that he won. There was more like
oops,
confused shock.
Right.
Yeah, but I think it was the Salty DX guys that were talking about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know enough, or whatever.
Yeah, dude, I'm super new to the hobby. I just think it's fun to make a cool thing and go hang out with guys that like to make cool things. I mean, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think when I hear about the Australian one, that's what I thought was the most coolest. Like just everyone getting together and
man.
Time. And I honestly could care less what the judges at GBWC would think of my build.
Yeah, I don't make it for them. I make it for me. This is something that I want to see. This is something that I want, And I mean, if there are other people that think it's cool, that's great. And they want me to help them get it or whatever, get in on this action that I'm working on, then that's cool too.
Yeah, I'd rather hear from my peers, oh, that was a really good job,
Yeah.
Not I don't even know who judges GBWC.
Yeah, right. And it's I've heard some of the other model guys talking about who even are these people that are judging.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. But yeah. Anyway, from what I understand, Tim doesn't want to
So, yeah.
Doesn't want to compete anymore in it. But he's like, from what he said, that's a lot of the YouTube and stuff like that is him refocusing efforts
into just being a better modeler and giving to the community that way, or
yeah, like wanting to do as many like tutorials and stuff like that. And I know like he was telling me that he's going to do like a whole build process, like, you know, from beginning to end, how he does everything, like a workflow type thing, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
So
yeah, I liked it. Not many people should, though. Please don't let anybody get me wrong. If I didn't like you, I won't talk to you or talk about you. Well,
I was at Montreal GBWC last year, and the winner was very creative, but that was about it. Hard to reconcile with the other entries for sure. Yeah, I mean, even like this, it's hard to tell from like pictures. You know, like I've never been to any GBWC thing, and I'm only looking at pictures and going based on what other people are telling me. But like even the Australian one that I just saw, like I was like, how the hell did like No Zaku Boy not win? Or I don't know, like I didn't see the other model though. Maybe like when you're looking at them in person, you know, the quality of whatever one really stands out. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't either. Oh. I have been to GBWC. I went to GBWC 2017 at New York Comic Con last year. And I saw like Jordan Needard's build, Strider Prime's build. Who else? Was it Vegeta?
Yeah, he did the goof.
The big goof, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think his was there was some circumstances to that because I remember watching like a stream he was doing. He was gonna build like an old 1/60th scale wing, like he was turning like a wing Gundam into a wing Zero or something along those kind of crazy lines. And then he ran out of time and he threw that goof together like in
it looks
a couple of days.
Quick. Yeah, it looked like it was put together pretty quick.
Yeah, he did it
for just a couple of days. Exceptional work. Because that's a giant, like a perfect grade goof. The old ones that like don't have any detail or whatever. They just have like the LED lights and.
They're meant to like they're almost like RE100s for the 1/60th scale. Like they're meant to look outside like perfect grades, but they don't have all the engineering.
Yeah, they don't have all the goodies.
But
yeah, so after seeing that, I was like, why am I not just doing a little bit more work, like slowing down, not building 30 kits a year, you know, build a few really, really quality big builds and fill in the spaces and just like enter GBWC. And that was when I was like, all right, next year I will. Obviously the GBA contest came in front of that. But I didn't even really know if I was gonna, or like what I was gonna do. Or...
Oh, awesome, Jeff. Jeff's gonna be at the Montreal GBWC qualifier this weekend.
Oh, cool. Not entered.
I'm not going to be able to make it this year, but I'm hoping next year to make it up to New York for GBWC.
Cool.
This year, my wife's birthday is like right around the same time. So.
Oh, right. The beginning of November.
I'm gonna have to try to convince her that.
She's to go to the city.
New York is.
You need to go and hang out at the Javits. Oh, she would hate you so much. You better not do that to her.
I'm gonna do it.
I won't let you. I won't let you.
It's like my sister is getting an apartment like in September, I think, in Queens, where she'll have a 2-bedroom to herself.
Oh, nice.
So I'll probably stay with her. Bug her.
That is awesome.
Yeah. But well, let's turn it. What the hell am I doing here? We'll turn Anime NYC into like the Australian GBWC, where we go and get everyone whacked the night before and the night after. We'll go karaoke.
Oh Lord. Okay. Had an okay.
It's all going on YouTube.
Oh man.
To enter, one must finish a kid.
I like that. You're funny man, Jeff.
I can relate, Jeff. I haven't finished anything in a while. I haven't even tried to finish anything in a while.
Everyone's looking at you.
I know. Actually, I worked on the Jester the other day for a little bit.
Cool.
Masked some things off. Finished painting the inner frame.
Nice. Hey man, it's not a race. I mean, unless you're entering a competition with the intent to finish.
I was moving pretty quick on it, and then like once I figured out I wasn't going to make the deadline for the GBA build,
You just like hit that brake real hard. You're like, pop those brake.
Screw it. Screw it, I'm not finishing in time, so I let it go.
You're like, I'm finishing, I'm out.
There you go, Andy. We should all plan it out, man. Next 2019 GBWC takeover.
Yeah, I was trying to convince Andy to put a kit in this year. But that's his choice.
Do it.
You have the time. I have already started having like stress dreams about this. And we are not anywhere close to the deadline yet. Just wait until October hits. If I don't have like everything molded and cast at that point, I will be a mess. Which means I have to build everything in a month and then mold everything in a month.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really familiar with making molds, so that's not really too much of a problem. Never molded this many tiny things though.
Aren't there like 10 in America? On the eastern seaboard, there's only 2. There's Anime NYC and Otakon, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, Otakon. There's one.
Those are the only GBWC things on the eastern seaboard, as far as I know.
Is Otakon in the south? Where's that out in the Midwest? Where is Otakon? I don't know.
Like Delaware or something like that? Maryland?
Oh.
That general region of the world? There might be, I don't know what's on the West Coast. I'm sure they have like their own.
There's one in San Diego.
Is Comic-Con San Diego a...
No, it's not Comic-Con, it's something else. Because it had already happened, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure they gotta have something on the West Coast. There are probably more entries on the West Coast than there are on the East Coast. The sheep C17.
Let's see what the internet's have to
2
say.
in Canada this year, Montreal. Whichever one Brian is going to.
Oh, what? Oh yeah, in Anime NYC, November.
Lots of little parts.
Let's see. The judging criteria will be its craftsmanship, painting, and idea/concept.
Where'd that come from?
The rules for Gunpla Builders World Cup 2018.
Lies! No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
If I won the lotto, a bucket list vacay would be for me to attend as many GBWCs around the world. That would be cool. Would be very cool. That'd be quite a vlog.
Yeah.
I'd like to document that.
All right, so in the United States, there is. Yeah, so it's KawaiiCon,
Is that Hawaii?
AnimeCon, Otakon, Anime NYC, Anime Central, Acon, Anime Expo, and the website entries all go into the U.S. representative. So whoever's the best of those will be the U.S. rep.
May the games begin.
Yeah, no kidding. Already been Anime Central was May 18th.
Higher. Nice.
Anime was May 25th, 28th. Acon was in early June. Anime Expo was early July. Otakon is like next week.
Yeah,
And
no.
Anime NYC is November 16th to 17th. And November 10th is the online deadline. I need to actually register. I'm just in the building.
Oh, you have to do that?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't affect the fact that I'm building something. I'll still be building it whether or not I register and compete.
All right. I think I'm almost done with one arm.
How goes that reverse onion?
That's a good name for it. The blue onion.
Yeah, the blue onion peeler. It's a lot of layers. So.
It is. Yeah, I'm pretty. I didn't do the shoulder yet, though. But one arm is almost done. Hopefully arm 2 will go a little faster because I know what I'm looking for.
Okay, that's the...
The Blue Oyster.
I hear there's a cult. Yeah, Blue Oyster cult.
Okay, this is facing this way. It's facing this way.
Andy was just concurring with your double zeta over ka amazing
Engineering.
Yes. Amazing engineering.
What a fucker. God damn it. I put these pieces on backwards.
About demonetization.
Stupid onion.
How dare you? How dare you?
That actually makes a lot more sense. That fits a lot better. I should have known that. My fault.
Hey, you say so, buddy.
Now it works. Beautiful. Wonderful.
You're beautiful.
Beautiful.
Is that John Mayer?
Sure. I don't know.
I don't know.
See, 19 and 20. These are little pieces. These don't feel like they're going to stay on.
Yes, these are made of little pieces. Sorry.
This looks like something you have to glue. You know those pieces that like wrap around only have one attachment point. That's like let's see, 16 and 18. I might as well cut those out now.
Which part?
The next step.
I meant which part? Only has one connection point.
Oh, they're like wrap around where the elbow is. I don't know, I'll show you in a second. But it only has like one rectangular peg that kind of sticks it in. I'm not gonna be able to see that anyway, but it just looks like one of those parts that like every time you bend the elbow, it's just gonna pop off.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't have the Astray app.
Things just fall off of it. That's okay. I can glue. I have so many Astrays.
Isn't it Astray?
Astray, yes.
So many astray. We've gone so astray.
So far away.
And the little side top wise.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Sorry. Where's Alex? Alex, come sing for us.
I see he posted in the Discord not too long ago too.
I know. He's talking to Jeff saying he's a big kid. I was like, whoa. It's not young. Hey, Jeff, can your kid drive yet? I think you're always picking him up, so I'm going to say no.
No, but I don't know what the driving age in Canada is. So.
Oh, true.
True that.
I thought it was like Midwest farm truck rules, where like as long as you were driving to or from the field, you could drive regardless of your age.
That makes sense.
It does out there. Doesn't make any sense in New York. Did you get your license when you were here in the city, Paul?
No. No, I was here in Florida.
Oh, I didn't Sylvia teach you to drive?
No.
Okay. Sylvia to drive?
No. Well, huh?
Well. Hey.
I kind of taught her how to drive a stick shift. It didn't really work out.
That's what I think we were talking about that I'm recalling.
Didn't really work out.
My brain just firing randomly.
That well.
Beep, beep. Yeah, you know.
She never drives. I drive all the time. I'm always driving. My wife does not like to drive.
Yeah, Colleen does not drive anymore. She used to when I met her. She actually had a car. But she gave up her driving ways. You're driving hard. Won't let me stop.
Okay, Part. How you go in there?
Yeah, it's like whisper sweet nothings in your ear. Just wait until I go to sleep. What?
Did I do this again? This happen again? No, I don't think so.
Huh?
I got it.
Do I have a pause?
No, just one.
Pause.
Transform the double Zeta. Blasphemer.
Oh, yikes. Just keep it in robot form.
That might be one of my next snaps. I think so. I haven't built a Verka yet. I have a couple, but I haven't actually snapped one yet. Son of a bitch.
Oh, I've just built this. Well, I guess the Stein and the Suzabi.
Two? Before I started this, I was going to do the ball Verka. And then the high res got announced. And I was like, oh, you know what? I want to build one of those. So here we are. New Verka. I have the new Verka. I have not built the new Verka. I like the new a lot, though. That's on my list. Iris ball would be awesome.
There we go. This is what I was looking for you.
The crowd goes wild.
I had to download an app to make the sound happen. And now it's just going.
Okay. That's built. That goes there like that. This part goes here like that. Very nice. An arm is built. Whoa, no. I have to build the fingers and hands now. Where the fuck do they all come from a different runner? That doesn't make sense. Why don't you build two hands at once? Why would you build? D20. E8 and 9. I hate building hands. I hate building fingers. Fingers are not my favorite thing to build. E11.
Yeah, fingers tend to suck.
Yeah, especially when they have like multiple
phalanges, multiple appendagi.
Yeah. F runner. E. Is this F?
Get your F runner E right
F. Fungul. Forget about it. F and the B. The B runner. B1.
So play Battleship.
It's a bingo.
It's a me, Bingo-yo. What?
Oh. F runner. I meant to look up if the Astray kits were like the first kits that were undergated. Because I think the first one came out in like 2008-ish. Seems. Right, duct. Stupid hands. Stupid hands.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't like hands. There's another nub which. Okay. Uh-oh. I cut both these fingers off, and I don't know which one's which. I think the bigger one's the thumb.
Yeah, that's usually the way that works.
Yeah, that's what we're going with. You're the thumb.
It's a nice thumb will be played by Paul Ford.
You is the thumb.
This time,
You're getting a file. Another sandpaper. A little polishing. A high-res ball.
Polish that high-res ball, baby.
Get it, get it.
God damn. High-res. Comes in a square box.
That would take like 13 seconds to build, you know? Because
everything's clipped and painted. What is the point of this?
High-res ball would be a very fast build. Because the frame's all built. That's like more than half of that kit.
I mean, I haven't built my ball car, but...
Yeah. Oh. 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 I got it. You will not defeat me. Okay. Done. Okay.
Okay. Reloading.
It's one of my favorite movies.
The Lonely Islands video for Jack Sparrow.
Yep.
No, Scarface is dope.
Despite my Cuban wife, I think they frowned upon that movie because I don't think that portrayed them in very good light.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I've never asked her. I don't know if she's ever seen it. I have to ask her that. That's a good question.
but if you look at reality, you'll see that Cuba isn't exactly all that bad. I mean, there's a lot of things that are messed up right now, but because of their situation, they have a lot of like advancements in medicine. I think they just cured AIDS in infants in Cuba.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they have like amazing cancer medication, and their preventative healthcare is like next level. Like America looks like America, honestly. Next to Cuba's healthcare, America's healthcare is bull. Sucks.
Bull sucks.
The people that have the power don't want anyone to get any better because there's no money in it for them. That's just sad. Anyway, we're not talking about politics. This isn't a politics podcast. This is a Hang and Make Models.
We make it the models.
I'm making the models. It's a me. I make a Mario.
What the shit did I just do here? How does that work? What is going on here? Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. That didn't look like it was going to work at all. Okay.
What happened?
Welcome to my world, Paul. the thumb wasn't pushed all the way in, and it didn't look like the hand cover. Like it looked like I got the wrong one. Like I was trying to put like the left hand cover on the right hand or something. I was like, how did I screw this up? I followed the directions. Damn you, IKEA. Alrighty. Almost done with a hand. And then I think we're About done with this arm.
You gonna talk to it?
Gonna talk to it.
Talk to the hand?
We're gonna yell at it.
Oh, why?
For being a pain.
Is it?
Oh, dropping things. Yeah. Luckily, I have like hard floors here, and they're like a very light wood color, so the blue kind of stands out pretty good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. There we go. And that's that way. Okay. Doesn't make any damn sense. Because it didn't. I put it in backwards. Okay. What the hell? What did I just do here? Oh, okay. They have the hands like that. Ah, okay. All right. We have an arm. One arm. Oh, nice sliding armor gimmick. Very nice. But it doesn't bend a full 180. What the hell is going on here?
What?
Oh, it bends more. Oh.
You're what the? Oh, it's better.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I like the arm. I like it arm. Once it's all together, it moves around a lot. None of the pieces fall off either.
Hey.
I was wrong. You were right, Astray. Sorry. One hand down.
Fight the good fight.
The right arm is right armed.
Good.
Maximum bendage. It's got like, I don't know whose arm bends like this, but got like a bend right here.
Yeah, it overbends past the elbow, right? It's really bizarre.
Yeah, and it's got like a bend in like the middle of the forearm.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I guess you have to be a ninja. I don't know. All right. Polycap runner, where did I put you? I used that one already. Where'd the other one go? PC1. One. PC tree. The Space Ninja robot. That's right. With the big sword. This one's got the big sword. The tactical arms. I don't know who the hell named that, but
Space Ninja robot.
all right. So we need E. Oh. E runner. We're gonna cut out all the parts here because I don't feel like coming back. E14.
I feel like I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, normally that's what I do, but like
Even
when they're really complicated, sometimes I'll do one at a time because I'll get confused over what I was doing. Son of a bitch.
What?
There's two E runners and I cut half of one out and half of the other. because they couldn't name it E1 and E2. That would make too much sense.
Yep.
I just name them both E. Perfect. I still need E3. E7.
What's up, Doug? Come say hi?
You didn't drink today.
Not yet. Come here, bud. Come here, you big dope. Wait for it.
There it is.
You want it, buddy?
What would the stream be without it?
Hi, Drake.
I'll save the hands, but I need the other E runner for E3.
What's up, big bud? It's me slapping my dog.
Slap him around.
He's so big he doesn't get pay. He gets snapped.
D runner. D. I think 4 like gate things was too much for this part. I think 3 would have been sufficient. I'll write Bandai a letter.
You write them an angry soccer mom letter.
Very angry. Paul, you're making me want to finish my PG. Do it. All right. Which one? Do you have the blue frame PG?
There's the red.
It's Jeff. He might have both.
He's got the red. But he probably has 2 of each. And Joe, guy Keith.
But not.
Well,
Which one do you?
It's unfounded, so.
Which one do you have, Jeff? Blue frame, red frame, both frames?
No frame.
Green frame?
Gold frame of Matsu.
Yep. Gold frame. Mirage frame. Red plus that clear part and the second sword expansion. Very nice.
Yes, our friend does not, as they say, fuck around.
It's odd that Bandai never released all of the frames in any grade. That's the word I'm looking for. Strange, strange, strange. Oh. I thought about getting the new perfect grade red frame, the one that just came out. Yeah, the older, like no grade or HG, they had all of them, but I mean like no master grade, no. I don't even think they're high grades, no real grades, no perfect grades. I mean, they have all of those kits. They have some kind of frame in all of those grades, but they don't have all of them in any of them. Very strange.
No blue frame in everything.
Yeah, like
SD through PG.
Yeah, there's a PG blue frame, but there's no MG regular blue frame. There's only an MG.
PG red.
There's a PG red frame, blue frame, and green frame. But the other 2 are P Bandais. Yeah, the PG green frame is a 7-Eleven thing. And then I think they only made a no grade in the Mirage frame, which is like a purple pinkish color.
Sick. I dig that. Get down with some purple gun. Even though I'm not much of a stray fan. In case you didn't know.
You don't like the ninja onion?
Yeah, no. Ninja onion? Yeah, no.
I really like them when they're finished. They really look cool.
The design of the kit is cool. I mean, the design of the suit is cool. I just don't like the construction of the kits.
It's definitely like a time-consuming
Yeah.
build. I think this is probably the longest it's ever taken me to do a master grade. I mean, I'm not done yet.
Ooh.
I'm not done yet, but the trouble with like the just painting, I mean, you can do that and that's all. Like, or paint it any color you want. But they don't make, like, they're all a little different. Like the blue frame comes with a bazooka, like,
Oh.
You know, like the first version blue frame or whatever. I don't know what the hell they call it.
Like a hyper bazooka?
Yeah, it's actually the same. No, that bazooka is different. I'm sorry. And then the gold frame comes with a different bazooka. And then the green frame comes with like a special beam rifle. So you can paint, you know, the kit whatever color you want. You can paint your red frame to be a gold frame or whatever, but you can't get the accessories that it would come with. Frustrating.
Hey Jeff, was just talking about these. Actually, happen to have them. The train decals that they put on subway cars and stuff. I have a bunch. All that.
Did you get those from like some model kits or?
No, I ordered them specifically from eBay, from T2 Decals LLC, from Stillwater Court, Germantown, Wisconsin.
Ooh.
They're Z-scale train graffiti decals, and I got them to slap on the guns. I have yet to use one.
That'd be a cool like urban cityscape diorama with like some graffiti on the Gundam.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I've been meaning to, but I just haven't found the right place to apply.
I think everyone here, we're all decal collectors.
Yeah.
I buy decals for like every kit I have, even if I know I'm not going to build it anytime soon, or even if I have like a custom idea for it. I still just buy the decals just because.
Oh yeah, I buy decals for kits I don't have.
Yeah, or like kits I
no
think I might want in the future, or I just like the decals. Like,
yeah, I would just buy decals. If I see decals, I tend to just buy them.
Like I have a set of Origin decals. I don't even want the kit. It's like I just thought the decals look cool.
Yeah, I have Origin decals. I have a couple of Origin kits though. So.
I built the Char's Zaku Origin. But that was it. It's the only Origin kit I built.
Yeah, I did the Dom test type and then the mobile.
Ooh, I do like that one.
The test type is a really good kit, I gotta say. I don't throw a lot of shine on HG kits, but that one is pretty darn good.
I don't think the Dom gets enough. I think the Dom could use a 2.0 master grade.
I agree.
I like the Dom. I like the Dom much better than the Zaku.
Oh, okay. I don't have a Dom yet, but I want. I have a couple of like Jags coming in the mail, and I've got like, you know, kits that were obviously based off of Dom technology, but no Doms, no Chopins.
Yeah, I don't have any, but I like it. That's the only reason I don't have one is because I want a master grade, and I know the master grade that's out is quite old.
Yeah, it is. There's a nice resin upgrade that's been floating around eBay that I have reoccurring in my watch list.
For the
For
master
the
grade?
Yeah, for the master grade, yeah.
Mmm.
It's good. Pocketbook beware.
Mm-hmm.
That my head is all over this.
Hippity hoppy Gundam stickers in the Discord. Hippy hoppy.
I posted some pics of some hippie happy Gundam stickers. Alright. First. Oh yeah, look at those.
Hip hop.
Hip hop, the tuppence.
Imagine experiencing.
Yeah, give me that commercial, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's a keeper.
One.
Watch as I do the most boring part of this whole thing, which is like figure out the layout and how the thing is going to look in the end. I'm sorry. It had to be done.
It's hard work, but someone's got to do it.
I have to do it because I want it done.
Because you have the touch.
I got the touch. I got the really old Boston pencil sharpener. I love that thing.
Baston?
You betcha. You know the one I'm talking about, right? This style?
Hmm?
This style.
Oh yeah, Advanced Zeta decals. That's yeah, like the one they at school they mounted to the wall.
Yeah, classic.
I didn't know that's what that was called though.
Yeah, the Boston is the manufacturer.
No, I don't like it.
What?
I said no, I don't like it.
Oh, why? Because it's Baston?
Baston.
Easy tiger.
Let's see if we can do this right this time. They look the same. I don't understand.
But look the same.
All right, the skinnier one faces forward. Okay, got it. Beantown.
Fix it. Home and then nothing. No. Boston's not. You got to buffer that by saying, go Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Going to a game in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I still haven't been to the new stadium.
I haven't been to any Yankee stadium.
Oh.
But I once saw Mets play in City a couple years ago.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was alright. I went for the hot dogs and the beer.
Yeah.
The bosses paid for it, so it was with the
Oh, yeah.
worker.
Hell yeah.
Like mandatory fun day. Hey, let's go to. They did it on. It was like April 1st or whatever. It was the season opener for whatever reason. And they did it as like the April Fool's mandatory fun day. So they like convinced us that we had to go do this like sculpture deconstruct thing. And the way that they got everybody to buy in on it was like, I'm like the old guy that's been working there the longest, and I'm like the trustworthy kind of guy or whatever. And they got me to believe that we were going to have to go do this. So I was having guys pull tools out and everything we need to deconstruct this thing. It's just like filling up. Eventually the bosses are kind of like, hey, don't think we need all that stuff. I was like, oh, no, trust me. I remember how we put this thing in. Oh, man, it was so technical. Well, they're going to have scissors and everything. Anyhow, next thing I know, going up to the ball field, and I'm like, you got me.
Bastards.
Any good.
I haven't been to a baseball game in a while because we don't go to Marlins games.
Oh.
Because they're bad people.
They're bad people.
They're bad people.
I don't know anything about
And it's hot out.
Yeah.
Even though I like hockey games are more fun for me because one, it's air conditioned. Two, it's just more exciting.
Yeah, they put the heaters on when hockey season is going in New York. Look, yeah, they got the air conditioners.
Yeah, we have blowing the AC here.
Of course.
That and like the Panthers tickets are super cheap. Like I've gotten in the door for like $10. It was cheaper than going to the movies.
What?
Yeah, can't beat that.
It costs us like $300 to go to a game.
I got playoff tickets like 2 years ago and to when they played the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got playoff tickets for like $60.
Jesus.
It was awesome.
Yeah, they're like many hundreds of dollars for an individual ticket for playoff stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe the Islanders will be cheap. They lost Tavares.
Islanders. Or Rangers.
Yeah.
Talking this, Nick. Maybe.
Okay. Where was I?
Oh,
Me neither.
how does it work here?
Right? Yes. Yes. Double Zeta.
Zeta.
Okay, I got a good one for you.
Uh-oh.
The company Crayola, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do they make?
Now,
What are they known for? Their most.
crayons.
Say it again.
Crayons.
Crayons.
Yeah, crayons.
Okay. I was listening to this thing on the radio, and the guy says crayons like he takes out the O. It's like crayon, like
Oh,
crane.
crayons.
Like yeah, like I can't even say it. And my wife says it that way too. I was like, what the hell?
Crayons. Yeah, crayons are crayons.
But he said like crayons. I was like, what? You took out the O. It's not Crayn. It's a crayon. Cranes.
When I was a little kid, I placed first in an international Crayola coloring contest. Or national in the United States.
Sweet.
Yeah. That was in the paper and stuff. It was really bizarre. I got like a 5-foot tall crayon. And like a sweatshirt and stuff. It was ridiculous. We drew a big picture of dinosaurs. And the hole and everything covered in.
You say, Andy, you say crayon.
Well, I say both because I adapt like subconsciously to whoever I'm talking to. So yeah, I'll say crayon or crayon or crayon.
Well, I've heard crayon, like crayon, but
Yeah.
this guy said it like at first I thought he was saying crown, like crown.
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 Wow.
I was like, I don't know what you're saying, man.
Dude, like
I say crayon, like that's just how it, like I spell it.
Is dude Creole or?
No, he was like from Texas.
Was it patois or something like?
Texas.
Texwa. X.
Yeah. What? I say crayon. Crane. I don't know. Just a thought.
All right, I have been in so many dialect conversations because my wife has a very East Coast.
Yeah, well, like in Florida, they say orange.
Yeah, orange.
And I say orange.
What do you say, orange?
Orange, yeah, because
instead of orange.
Instead of orange, and I know it's orange. I say orange.
You say coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee, yeah. Coffee.
No, not coffee.
Yeah, my wife will say coffee.
Coffee. Coffee and dog.
Water. Draw.
Draw.
Draw and draw. Same thing. Two entirely different things. One is the thing to hold stuff in a cabinet, and the other one is the act of
A drawer and a draw.
No, and I'm like, drawer? She's like, shut up. Yeah, it's because I'm a jerk and I pick on her for no reason. It's because I love her. And I'm terrible at showing affection.
Yeah. Maybe you could draw her something with crayon.
Draw her something with a crayon.
Crane. Crane. You could use the orange crane.
Orange.
Orange.
Ollie, get the orange.
Orange.
Orange. I went to school with a girl that said orange.
I hate when people say milk.
Milk?
Milk, yeah. Milk. It's milk. It's an
That
I.
reminds me of Ernest Scared Stupid.
Let me get that milk.
Oh, there's milk.
Like, what the fuck is a milk?
No, milk.
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 It's milk. It's got an I.
Milk. Milk in the middle.
Milk and pillow. It's a pillow.
Hello?
Pillow. It's pill.
Hello?
It's got an I. What the hell?
Who in the heck? Who let you fools in here?
All right, we're on hand number. Yeah.
Moving on up in the world.
D. I need a D.
So how?
A bagel. A bagel. Bagel.
Like a seagull from the bay of whatever.
Bagels.
Go. A go.
Bagel.
A seagull. A bay go.
Bagel.
God.
I say bagel.
Right, you just fucking bagel.
Is it the E? Is this the right E? It is. Coffee?
The right letter. Little victories.
Bagel.
Would have to, remember that show from the 80s called The Puppets?
Puppets?
Muppets? Yeah, the Muppets, the Bagel Rock.
Oh, Fraggle Rock.
Oh, Bagel Rock. It was set in a bakery. It was an offshoot.
Oh, no, I remember. I had, Fraggle Down and Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking around.
Oh. Bagel Rock.
Yeah, it was being done. It's like a dad joke. Not even a dad, though. It was so dad, it superseded your dad.
Yep. You just blew my dad out of the water.
Whoa, I'm sorry. I apologize for my
All right. Dad? My dad doesn't tell dad jokes.
Well, I won't hold it against him.
Yeah, it's not his thing. He's not a dad joke guy.
Oh, forgive me. Excuse me. Sorry.
Back to my least favorite part. Oh, the fingers. Back to the fingers we go. Yep.
Had a little something I had to clear for my throat. Just didn't want to blow the mic out. Yeah. Old man problems.
Old man problems. Okay. 3 fingers down. Oh.
3 fingers down. Oh, it was 3 doors.
They might have lasted longer if they were 3 fingers.
Hey, yo. That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. Just about done with these legs.
That's what she said. What?
Huh?
That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
How complicated are the legs because of the transformation? Or are they not bad? Andy.
That's what you were saying, just put up his legs. Sorry. I'm not trying to throw shade on you, Andy, man.
Four fingers down. No. They're like nothing else. I hope that's good.
Yeah, I don't know how to take that.
It could be good, could be bad. I mean, I don't think I've seen a bad review of that kit, so everyone seemed to have liked it.
Yeah, it's gigantic. It looks really nice. Don't transform it.
Don't transform anything.
Don't transform anything.
Oh, did you see Bandai's coming out with Transformer models?
I did, and I have the Starscream in my wish list on USA Guns.
I was going to say, you got the email like 2 days ago, I think?
Yep, super duper instantly put that right off my short list.
And they don't transform, right? Do I have that understanding?
I don't believe they transform, but they have like 40 points of articulation.
Well, if they don't have 41, I'm not buying it.
Oh my god. It's like the size of a high grade too, approximately.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Curious about those.
Fan of Starscream, so I will give that one a shot.
Yeah, the Optimus does not look that great. I know.
No, it looks just like a Gundam.
Yeah.
And
I agree, though. The Starscream looked cool.
yes, Starscream looked pretty neat.
That'd be cool if they break into that, though. Like, can you imagine getting like a perfect grade?
Pretty dope. Like Soundwave or something?
Yeah. Oh, I would kill for one of those.
Well, if you want to go transforming kits, go with a Devastator.
Yeah, and I just want like a perfect grade model of it. Like it doesn't have to transform, just robot.
Right. Well, you can get a really beautiful Devastator toy that transforms, that is incredibly detailed, just needs a little extra work for around $100.
The Masterpiece thing?
Yes, the Combiner Wars one. It is giant and awesome. I own it. Yeah, I almost got like back into Transformers really, really hard right before I got into building Gunpla.
Mm-hmm. So the masterpiece stuff, some of them look really cool, but some of them are crazy expensive, like $300.
Yeah.
And they just, like I'm not going to transform it, so it's just going to sit there.
I don't think the Devastator I have, I don't think it's masterpiece. It's just the Combiner Wars.
Mm-hmm.
The like gigantic one. Like 18 inches tall or something like that.
Damn.
16 inches. I don't know. I've got a tape measure and I have no desire to use it. Oh no, what?
Peace down.
Oh no.
Peace down. Found it.
Oh, well.
It was quick. It was
so long. Just a flash room. Just a flash room.
Okay. That. And we've got. That. Okay. I got. What is that noise? Two hands. 2 arms, rather. 2 arms. Astray arms.
Wait.
Karate arms.
How many arms does your kit have?
2.
Only 2?
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because it has a 3rd tactical arm.
Wah, wah, wah.
Very nice.
Well, twist.
Let's see what the shoulder is all about. Let's look at this build process. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a lot of parts for a shoulder. Backpack and beam rifle. Did you get the advanced double Zeta, Andy? I think that's what it's called. I want to. Haven't found a good price on it yet. Uh-huh. 86. 33. It's far away from that. Three.
Had to go to the big bad drawer of styrene.
The big bad drawer of styrene. The big blue wet thing. That's all of a runner. Yeah. Is this I? It is. And the eyes have it.
There's no crying in baseball.
I was watching that the other day, actually. I don't remember what. Like, it was on TV.
It's good hang on movie.
6 and 7. 6 and 7. Yeah, that's what sucks, Andy, about those, like, expansion packs and stuff, is like half the time. I have a couple of them. I think I paid like as much as the kit costs an expansion pack. That's way less parts.
Thanks, Zabi.
Yeah. The dumbest one I have is I have the Wing of Light for the Victory 2. It's just like little effect parts. It was stupid expensive, but I wanted it.
Yeah. Can't fight that want sometimes.
Yep. Okay. I have all the parts for my shoulder here. Now. Wow. A drawer of styrene.
Yep. Almost.
Do you use that, or you buy it locally, right? You don't use that one that.
Oh no, I order. I order most of my stuff from like eBay or Amazon or whatever. Just like random evergreen products. A lot of times it just comes from Amazon.
Did you see that one that I think Jeff posted it?
Bulk buy. I saved the U.S. seller of similar style, but it just looked, like your bulk, styrene. As it stands, I kind of like bought a couple of random sheet stock packs for Evergreen and got a lot of material to work with in a good variety of sizes, and then I've just been plugging for specific things. So like when I did the Angel of Death, I knew that I was going to need some other like tubing stuff and different things, I don't know, whatever, profiles or whatever out of styrene. So I bought some packs. And then I was like, sometimes I'll just get randomly, just like, I wonder if they have a 16th inch square, or like, whatever.
K10. I own 0. I don't have any styrene.
What did I post? I tuned out. Jeff, you posted the link to the bulk styrene seller.
I think you did.
He was thinking about all the things in his wonderful backlog. So as you guys saw, I cut all my thick styrene with this freaking scribing tool by Tamiya because I have yet to make my special cutter that I want to make. Andy, you've got the chopper too.
Mm-hmm.
Does that thing? Could you cut a straight cut over 3 inches with that thing? Asking Andy.
That's like the one kind of drawback I've seen with it is it doesn't cut very big pieces.
Yeah, you can't do anything over distance,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you wanted to cut like a long, thin miter, it would struggle. You could always dig a sub-basement. Yeah.
Kick the kids out of the house. Out they go.
It's not necessary. It gets cold in the winter. It's cold in the summer. No. Yeah, sub-basement, call it a wine cellar. Only buy wine from Nova Scotia and find a way to deduct it from your taxes? I don't know.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah. I know a guy that has a winery in Nova Scotia. Nice guy. He also teaches sculpture, I think, at one of the colleges at Pratt, I think, here in Brooklyn.
Yeah, 1.5-inch blade.
Oof. Shorties.
Should mass produce whatever you make, but we got to call it something funny, like kind of like the chopper, but
Be like the slicer. Yeah. Something. Like, really bite on their shit, but not enough to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I do like the marketing that they have for that tool. It's all like old-timey kind of.
This isn't right. Yeah, no. Yeah. Nope. What did I do here?
Your flip-flop.
Nope. Wrong one. Thank you, Jeff. Have a good night.
Hi, Jeff.
I'm just trying to finish up this shoulder, at least get one shoulder done. I'd be happy with one shoulder.
I'm just a bill here on Capitol Hill. Drawing up parts. Celeste is working on it. Let's see reverse there.
We're just here wishing tomorrow was Friday.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm not. Tomorrow's gonna be okay. I'll be out in the sunshine on a roof in Soho.
Oh.
Get the tan on.
Mingling with the big folks?
No. I'll be working on putting up a really cool, like, pergola that was designed by my boss, Isaac, in conjunction with an old friend and contractors at Rock Hill for this nice Indian doctor And his wife.
I was supposed to be fixing a well, but that's not going to work out tomorrow. So
Weather permitting, or what's the deal?
no. So we bought. I got a new flow meter.
Okay.
The old one was like a propelled flow meter. This one is like a digital, and we had to buy a new spool piece, which is just a piece of piping basically, stainless steel, and that all that stuff was ordered before I started this current position.
Uh-huh.
So I got it all the other day, and I was like, "Oh, cool, put it in Thursday." And then I asked the guy, I was like, "Well, where are all the bolts to put all this together?" Oh, I didn't order those.
Thanks.
Sweet, thank you. They're all stainless steel, like the spool piece and the meter are stainless steel, so I have to go buy stainless steel bolts, and I don't know.
Sure, it'd be non-compatible.
Yeah, yeah, and it's outside, like it'll rust if it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you've ever worked in government, but you don't just get to go buy things. Like it's like a big hassle.
I don't have that
You have to
problem.
go like put in memos and requests and explain why you want to buy it.
So they just set you back like maybe a month at most?
2 weeks or so.
Right, I was a month at most.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Cool.
So, but now I don't have to be outside tomorrow, so that's nice.
Silver linings.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get it done so that next week I didn't have any more big projects, but such is life. So I get to go shopping for stainless steel bolts. Oh boy.
Hey, that's cool. I like hardware. One of those weirdos. Alright, so I have all my weird little crown piece drawn out here. And now I hold them off camera, and now I will cut them out. That's what I do. I mostly rough cut my drawn components with these diesel side cutters I got from Sculpture Store.
Those are like the ones that you've had for a long time?
Yeah. They're the first set of side cutters I got for model making in my adult life.
I see like Zach just goes to town with like a pair of Tamiya cutters.
Yeah, I'd use those a lot too, but they're like more my refined cutter. So I will sort of go to town to them, but I don't have a current backup set of 123s, so. Very nice. One thing to remember though, if you're cutting something like this is like 0.06, or maybe it's 125. It might be 8. No, it's not 8. It's like 16. Anyways, that's like 16th inch plate. So if you're cutting with your side cutters, it will create a rounded side and an undercut side, just because of the way that it breaks the plate.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you have enough room between your lines. I don't know if you saw when I was holding them up, there was a little bit of a gap between the two pieces. So when you cut on that line, you'd be like, oh, I could just cut right on that line. Well, you're going to lose material no matter what. And
yeah.
If you use like side cutters, you could, make a belly on one side. And you probably know that, Paul, but maybe the other
makes sense. No. It's, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, they think they're like scissors, you know?
Yeah, no, not quite. And then you're not cutting paper, you know.
A little, just a tad thicker.
Let's see. So I could cut this interior portion out with the side cutters, but I run the risk of weakening or splitting the plastic along the cut mark. So even if I because the jaws for one won't go super deep, but if I cut to that depth, I run the risk of breaking that part off because plastic's kind of brittle. So I will employ my jeweler saw. I have a wonderful robot, Swiss made. Sounds like it needs to be tuned. There we go. I don't know if you heard the difference in sound, but the blade makes a sound when it stretches. Because as you cut, it actually stretches the blade in the tool, so it gets loose. So you have to like tighten. Oops. There is a cool little bird's mouth device that I could make to aid for cutting. Like I'm cutting off the edge of the table. I don't think that the camera is set up to show that. Yeah, no, I have to go this way. All right. So. Tiny holes. Start the cut. It's plastic, so you don't really have to like push the blade. It just wants to cut it. The idea is more like making as straight a line as you possibly can. Excuse me. If you're even turning a corner, you have to remember to draw the blade up and down so that it keeps cutting material as you turn. Otherwise, you're going to twist the blade and break it. Made a tiny little piece with a little bit of space all the way around it that I will file back to make it perfect. So cut next to the line, file back to it. End tutorial.
Scratch building 101.
Oh, you know, some people, I don't know, are unfamiliar with some of these things.
I would say like a lot of people. No, most. I don't mean. I don't know, but
it's kind of the same for all materials. You know, if you're cutting a piece of wood, or if you're cutting a piece of steel, if you're cutting, I don't know. I hate cutting glass. Ugh.
yeah.
I haven't done a lot of like work with stone. That was one of the ones that were on my bucket list.
The thing with stone is like it can vary so much.
Yeah, you kind of have to know the quarry and the stone and all the everything, kind of, right?
Yeah, because like, you know, if you cutting like limestone is completely different than cutting granite, you know?
Yeah. Just the structure.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be a geologist. How's that shoulder coming along, buddy?
Good. I got like the structure down here. Now I'm adding like little parts to it, I believe is where I'm at now.
Does it have the same like weird interior greeble layer under vent sort of setup?
No, it lets like it basically sandwiches together so far, but it's just got a lot more parts than normally. Like, you know, normally it's maybe, I don't know, 2 parts on each side, sandwiched around whatever is going to attach it to the arm, and then maybe something goes over the top. This is like 4 parts make up each side, and then there's this weird like swivel piece on the inside. Like So the reveal of the shoulder has like this weird little piece that swivels up and down.
Mhm.
So it doesn't have like a hollow spot in the shoulder, which is nice. But I don't know, it's just kind of strange. Like I said, it's just a lot more parts just for a shoulder.
You're getting your money's worth, buddy.
Yeah, it's certainly like it's not a big. The Gundam isn't very big, you know.
Yeah, the kit itself, they're actually kind of small for a
Yeah.
100 grade.
Yeah, it's like a 16-meter tall Gundam, I think, right in that range. Not like like the new Gundam or Sazabi or something like that. Those are big boy kits, so you kind of expect that to have a lot of runners. The seed, but like all the seed kits are like that. Like I built the Justice, and it's not huge. It's big because of the backpack, but it's a lot of parts.
Buster wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Buster's like the smallest box of all the seed kits.
Yeah, it was a pretty normal master grade build, I felt.
But like I know, like I said, I did the Justice, and I know the Freedom, and the Freedom is pretty much, it's a very similar kit. It's basically the same. The same inner frame, at least. So these seed kits are quite detailed. I like seeing like the difference in design, like just from one, not only like the overall look of the kit, but just like the seed kits, for instance, have a lot of panel lines, whereas like a lot of the UC stuff, especially the early UC stuff, is very light on panel lines and like more about part separation. Like you look at like the Jagan that just came out and the F91 that just came out, like they don't have a lot of panel lines.
Right.
They're more about like articulation, and like the F91 has some pretty good part separation. But then you look at like some of the seed kits and they're like packed with detail, like panel line detail. Just different like aesthetics, It's kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested in the Victor Vina.
The RE100?
Yeah.
I got it pretty recently. I haven't really looked at it though.
I have
that was
original. So
I had like HLJ. I'll use them sometimes to buy like tools and parts and stuff like that. I don't really buy that many kits from them, just because I'd rather get them here. But they have that private warehouse situation where you can like let things accumulate, so you don't have to ship like one little crappy piece. But I ordered a while back what is that? It's a chisel, like the scraper shaper, the edge chisel.
Yeah.
Well, when I ordered it, it said that it was in stock. It was like low stock, but they had it. Right. But then after I placed my order, like it never actually shipped. Like they didn't have any more. Huh. So it went into like a back orders type system, and finally it came in stock, but I had already shipped everything else out of that order because I needed to, because you only have so much time.
Right.
So now that thing had sat in my warehouse like you only get 60 days. It was like 50 days, and I needed to send it out, and the Vignagina happened to come in stock at that point. So I was like, oh, I'll grab one, ship that out too.
Nice.
Might as well. All right, that's that.
I had to switch up my file. I used this tapered file. That's like a fine cut, mill file. It has a smooth face on the south side edge. A lot of times the file will have coining or checking on the edge, giving it teeth. This is smooth, so it allows me to go next to something and then just cut down as opposed to over at the same time. But this is really smooth, and for removing a lot of material, like what's the border on these, I switched up to a half-round milled bastard file, which is a more aggressive file in general. but you have to be careful because you can take too much off and you can cut your hand if you use it wrong.
I have a big bastard file, and then everything else I have file wise is hobby files.
Oh, right, like little needle files. Or...
Yeah, I just find them easier to work with for me. Like with, otherwise I'll ruin detail.
Oh yeah, I mean I have a whole
for what you're doing. I imagine it's completely different because
bunch of these. I have like
shaping.
For little files I have just these and these. So what's that, like 30 or 40 files for micro files? These ones are diamond files, so they're real fancy.
I have to get a file brush though.
Oh yeah, definitely. And one of these guys, I don't know if you can see this in here in the needle file, and it's a holder for the files. So you don't have to hold the tiny little file if you need to have a little bit more dexterity to hold it along, so you can stick them in that bad boy.
I like to use them. Oh, it fell on my leg. Thank God. Like when I'm close to detail, because I find that like sandpaper, it's like harder to control, especially paper.
This is true.
But if you know how to use a file, and you just kind of go slow, work it in one direction, don't put any pressure on it, it's actually softer than like sandpaper and sanding sticks, I think.
Oh yeah, it can definitely be more delicate. Filing polycaps is way better than trying to cut.
Yeah, filing fingers is so much better than trying to sand them. And if you have like stubborn nub marks, a file usually clean that right up. Yep. All gone.
Nice and flat. Or round.
Yeah, or if you have like a beveled edge and they put a nub on there.
Yeah, your favorite, right?
Yeah. All right, I finished a shoulder. Yay. I'm putting it on.
That's a lot of fun.
Down that you got. Is that thing supposed to go back there? Yep. It's got a head and one arm now.
And torso.
Yeah, and a torso area.
That's just like an arm attached to a head.
Yeah, he's just off his ear.
It's like Gym Logic right there.
I have the Astray Logic.
The Astray Logic.
Just an eye and an arm.
And a sword. The arm has two swords for some reason. It's giant.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. Happy with it so far.
Cool. I have so much work to do, so.
I like the head design. I like that peak that comes out. You know, like they're wearing a baseball cap. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I dig it so far.
I had a hard time with my defense staying under my Red Astray.
This one is like sandwiched between two other pieces.
Nice.
And it's got like a clear piece on the top with like a lot of molded detail in the clear piece. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but the backpack is kind of funky though. It's got like a big flap back there. I'm assuming that's where that... So this one, the tactical arms can like split out and half of it folds up, half of it folds down, and it becomes like a flight pack.
Oh, right. I think I've seen that.
So that's kind of cool because that's probably how I'll keep it, as opposed to like this giant fucking sword that makes no sense.
Right. Yeah.
Flight pack.
We're both making the same face. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so that'll probably be... Hopefully I'll be able to finish the shoulder sometime tomorrow or the next day.
Cool.
And then move on. Next week it's legs and waist. This is kind of... I haven't been working on this other than live streams.
Just the stream, yeah.
Almost.
Unlike me, where I work all the time.
Yeah, well, I need to start getting back on other things other than just snapping a bunch of kits. I've snapped like, I don't know, 8 to 10 kits in the last 2 months.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I've just been snapping. I did the Justice, the Bawu, the Leo, one of those, what is that called? The Gypsy Avenger, the Real Grade GPO-1, the G Gundam, the Hyakushiki. I think I'm missing one. Something else somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, I got one of those Haros the other day too, but I didn't.
Oh, the Haro.
Yeah, I got the orange one.
Cool. Yep. I almost picked one of those up, but I was like, man, if I pick it up, then I'm going to try and get into doing Zach's contest. I have all this. I have to be prudent.
Cleaning up my supplies here. Yeah. This guy's got a little sword that comes out of his boot, like a knife that comes out of the front of his boot.
What does the knife look like?
It's just kind of like a stick. It doesn't really look like a knife, though.
Oh.
But look, it's kind of cool.
Because my red came with a bunch of extra weapons that it wasn't supposed to come with.
Yeah, because I'm sure they're pretty much the same kit from red frame to blue frame. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
There's a lot of like reciprocal.
Yeah, like the whole frame.
Yeah.
I think, let me see where the X out part is. This one doesn't have that many X's actually, considering. I don't know. I have a couple of them now. Lots of ashtrays.
Lots of ashtrays.
Alrighty. Well,
yeah, I think that calls it, right?
Yeah, it's 12:15. Time to get some sleep. And, you know, Tim's about to start, I'm sure.
Again? All right, Paul.
All right, man. I'll see you next week. I'll talk to you soon.
Indeed. Bye, everybody.